I am your host as always, Shinji. How's everyone doing today? Before we start, just let me know if my audio sounds good and the quality of the video is good. I make a lot of strides to make sure everything looks perfect each time. So let me know if I got a frame rate issue, or if you can't hear me, or if the music's too loud, whatever it may be. How's everyone doing today? Let's take a look at chat, see who's here. We got a few people here right now. We got Golden Wolf, we got Techman TY. How you guys doing? I know I normally start much later in the evening, but I wanted to start a little earlier today because we had some snow yesterday, and I wasn't able to stream during the normal time I stream. So I changed it to Sunday, and I made it a little earlier for our folks in Europe and such. How's everyone doing today? Let's see what we got in chat. Techman TY, good afternoon. How you doing, man? Thanks for yeah, that's right, TY. I always say YT for some reason. Thanks for coming to the live stream, man. Dope intro. Yeah, thanks, man. I actually get flagged by YouTube every time after this stream, the night after, because they say that I use copyrighted material when it's mine. I have a license to use all this music and intro, and they keep saying that I'm stealing it for someone, so every time they flag me, I gotta send them a copy of my license, and it's actually quite annoying on some of the streams. After the fact, I've usually cut them out completely, so they're gone, but I don't know, I just don't like doing that. I like having it in there. So what's going on with you guys today? It's just a wonderful Sunday morning. Got some topics for you today. We're going to talk about snowblower issues I've had with my Ego 2-stage electric snowblower. And I want to talk a little bit about some of my Bolt EUV shorts that I'll be making soon, and some really nice cinematic quality content we've made. Yeah, so I'll get right into it in just a second here. But before we do that, how is everyone doing regarding the state of crypto affairs? A lot of people seem to think mining is dead. And I say, you know what? That's what they said in 2014, and that's also what they said in 2018. And we all know what happened only, 3 or 4 years later. So I think there's going to be a resurgence, especially since everyone thinks it's dead and that it's not going to do anything. Not financial advice, of course. Got to say that, otherwise the lawyers get mad. But I think right now is the perfect time to go buy a bunch of cheap graphics cards. I say maybe even wait till this summer. It might even get cheaper because prices are only going down. And on top of that, Nvidia's had a lackluster quarter last year, I would say. That's what you get for ripping people off for almost 3 years during a unprecedented time when we were having a global human malware issue. Oh, we got New England Crypto in chat. How you doing? OMG, it's TekShinji. Yeah, it's me. Got a heart emoji and some sparkles and other types of hearts. How you doing, man, New England? Thanks for joining. What's this? New England Crypto says, hashtag 2025, here we come. Let's go. I don't know if it'll be 2025. I think it might be it might be later. So in my experience, at least my personal opinion, I think they're going to add an additional year between bull runs. So the first time it was 4, last time it was 4. This time I think it's going to be between 3 and 4. So we just had our crash, sometime last year, right? I want to say sometime in the middle of last year, right when Solana and Luna and all that stuff happened. So I would say the next bull run pop would probably be, 2025 or 2026, right around there. Till then, I'm stacking that Raven, baby. Got that Raven going. Got so much Raven coins. It's nice to get hundreds of coins a day. It is great. That hasn't happened in a while. But one day this Raven's going to be nothing. I think Raven might go up quite a bit in the future. So, Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of them lifts all tides. So hopefully it lifts this tide. And Raven also goes up. I think Raven's one of those. I'm also getting a bunch of Solana. By the way, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm just talking about my personal experience, my personal opinions on what I'm doing. Staking some of that Solana. Solana had a nice crash. It was hundreds of dollars. Then it went to single digit. It was $9. And I bought a bunch at $9. And now it's $20. It's great. When things crash and everyone goes, mining is dead, everything's so bad, that's the perfect time to come in and shark it, man. It's the perfect time to swoop in and buy a bunch. I know I usually don't talk about cryptocurrency content on this channel, but now that things have calmed down and it's died off, I think it's safe again. A lot of the crypto scam comments have significantly gone down, like 90%. All that stuff has really died down. So I think it is safe again to talk about that stuff. Let's take a look at chat here. New England Crypto says, I'm dual mining Ergo and Caspa on my AMDs. Nice. I'm actually getting ready to cash out about 30 cards here. I'm trying to sell them all sometime at the end of this month, right around the April time, because that's when it starts to warm up, and that's when I usually sell my cards off and get new ones for the summer. But yeah, I'm actually got a bunch of AMD cards to go, and I got like 103070s that I got in a really good deal. So I'm gonna hopefully let those go pretty soon here and use that money to buy some, buy two 4090s. Just joking. I do want to do a system upgrade, but I really don't need it. I haven't had a need to really upgrade my system. It's got a 3090 on it. It's hybrid. I need to put a water block on it, actually. And it's got a, 5950X. It's been doing everything I needed, but honestly, the technology's gotten so good, I haven't needed an upgrade. So yeah, let's get on to our main topic of the evening, or early evening, which is about the Ego Snowblower. All right, guys, so I actually have a video to show you, which I took at the repair facility, to give you guys a little sneak peek of the future video of the Ego Snowblower review I'll be doing. Unfortunately, it probably won't come out till next season, because it's at least something. If I release a video about it right now when no one's using them or putting them away for the season, it's not going to do very well. So I missed it. Well, I also needed to use it, right? So for those of you that don't know, I went ahead and purchased a Ego snowblower. For those of you that are in states without snow, what a snowblower is essentially, think about your lawnmower that cuts the grass and bags it. Well, this cuts the snow down, right? It grinds up the snow and it throws it somewhere else. So it's a snow blower. So it sucks up the snow in the front, and then it kind of has an impeller that flings it really fast, and it flings it to somewhere else, wherever you aim the chute. Kind of like a wood chipper. It just kind of throws all that wood somewhere else, right? So I got a 2-stage version, which means it has augers in the front to grind up the snow, and an impeller in the center. The augers grind everything up. It goes into the impeller, and the impeller shoots it away. Kind of like, just imagine a wheel that's spinning really fast. Like, those games at the park where you spin around as a kid and all the kids fly off when it goes too fast? Exact same idea, except it's directing it through a chute to a very specific direction that you want. So I got me one of those, and it comes with 2 batteries. Actually, the one I got had 4 batteries, 10 amp hour batteries. We'll talk about the battery issues I've seen in a little bit, but essentially on most snowblowers that are gasoline powered, there's a central gasoline engine and a bunch of belts. That belt powers the either hydrostatic pump or the friction disc gear drive on the snowblower. It either uses that for propulsion. Some of them don't. Some of them are just a single stage, whatever it may be. It has a single engine that gives power to everything. On this Ego snowblower, I've actually opened it up and checked it out, which I'll never admit to for warranty reasons, but if I were to allegedly, I opened it up and checked it out, and the snowblower is designed just like a child's little golf cart, like a little Barbie car, little speeder, those little cars that only go like 3 miles an hour. It's just like it. It's got batteries, some PMC circuits, some safety circuits, and motors and a gearbox. That's it. And it's quite amazing because a gasoline snowblower has so many other parts. So when I looked inside this thing to see what was wrong, well, let me back up. Here's what happened. I was snowblowing, and this thing made a horrendous noise. Like, it sounded like, imagine you put metal in a machine that's pulling it apart and it snaps. When the metal breaks, that explosive snap noise. Well, I heard that, and yeah, the gears inside grenaded. It turned to shrapnel. So I had propulsion going forward, and the motor would actually spin, but there was no auger. I had no impeller or auger, so I couldn't move the snow anywhere. So yeah, issues with that for sure. That all broke. Anyways, I took it to the repair place, and it was covered under warranty, thank God. Otherwise, I'd be very sad because this thing wasn't cheap either. Dropped it off there, and I picked up another snowblower the same day because I couldn't be down at any time. I needed that blower for the snow when it comes up. So I'm going to show a quick video here. Let me know if you guys can't see this or whatnot. We're going to go into a little bit of show and tell here. Here we go. All right, guys. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you guys can't hear me for whatever reason. I'm going to turn off the background music for just a second. So you should just hear me, and I'm going to turn on my desktop audio. That way you could hear the video. All right, so this is cracked. Let's see. I see that desktop audio is coming through. So, okay, let me know if you guys heard that. It should be working. While I'm waiting on that to catch up in YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat. Let's see what's going on here. Techman TY, we're all talking about 2025 like we won't be glowing green. Glowing green? What do you mean, with like nuclear stuff? Geek of all trades, how you doing, man? Y2K Anonymous, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you being here. For those of you that are just joining right now, we're going to be looking at my Ego Snowblower's transmission gearbox thingy. This is for the main impeller thing, and I actually took this video at the shop when I was the mechanic was kind enough to let me take a look at it. So let's take a look at it. Yep, everyone's saying you guys can hear it, so that's cool. So we can go to the very beginning of the video, and we're just gonna watch it right through. So this is cracked right here, and this is supposed to be leveled out, yeah. And it's not. Wow, so that is what caused all the damage.
Yep.
And this is the main gearbox.
Suddenly,
yeah.
All the gears take the punishment.
Yeah, because there's no shear pin on. It's a direct drive.
We told Eagle, because when we first got it, we're like, oh, that's crazy. So
yeah.
we told Eagle, I'm like, yeah, we know it's kind of a design flaw.
Well, like normal gasoline ones have a belt.
Yeah.
That can take a little bit of.
Usually takes
sudden change. Yeah, but this doesn't. So. Yeah. Wow, that is crazy. So that is. It's broken right there where my finger is, right?
And we took one of these apart, and inside it's just shrapnel.
Yeah, all the gears just grenaded inside, right? Yeah. Man, that's crazy. All right, so you guys can see from that video, and you heard me talking on the thing, the people that fix these things know that it's a design flaw. It's a problem, right? There is no secondary shear pin on the impeller. So when something gets by the augers, why am I wearing these? I don't need these anymore. I just needed them to listen to the video. Yeah, so whenever a rock or something hard that's strong enough to stop the impeller goes in between the impeller and the chute opening or something like that, a sudden stop like that, well, the gears are going to take all the punishment, and that's not good for the snowblower. Shouldn't have moved this. It's all funny now. That's gonna the gears are gonna take all the punishment, and that's what exploded inside my snowblower, and that's what broke. Now, since then, they have fixed it, and I picked it up, and I haven't had any issues since. But now I have 3 snowblowers. You might be asking, why 3? I thought you had 2. I'll get to that in just a moment. I'm gonna take a look at chat, and we will catch up from that point. Techman TY has posted a nuclear radiation symbol, and kaboom. Techman TY says, all to save $1 on a shear pin. Yeah, I know, right? Like, how come they couldn't put a shear pin somewhere on that impeller shaft? Or like some Hondas, they have a shear pin on like the disc right on the back of the impeller. That way there's more torque for something to break. Because I know engineering a shear pin is not that easy, but I figure that's something they would know how to do, you know? Patrick oh man, I'm gonna mess up your name again. Patrick Glayan? Okay, let me know how to say it because I don't want to keep saying it wrong. I know how it feels when someone says your name wrong, so I apologize. Let me know how you say that, man. They say, hell, only 3 watching. Yeah, it's kind of normal for me, man. I'm not a big YouTuber, so I mean, one of the choices I made a while back was to not really make cryptocurrency content anymore because I really didn't like the direction it was going with. I don't know about you guys, and I don't mean any offense to any content creators out there, but the direction that cryptocurrency content was going was more and more becoming a Ponzi scheme where it became an incentive for me to tell people to do something or get into something because it would make me more money or something like that. And I wasn't really comfortable with that. I mean, hey, I like money like anyone else, all right? I will admit to you, okay, the mission statement that we have literally says to make money, okay? And that's kind of a joke, but that's the point, right? Yeah, I stopped making cryptocurrency content really, and that's really hurt my channel's performance because you can't really switch gears like that. Ideally, you would make a whole new channel and do that, but I don't want to do all that and regrow all that. So yeah, it's normal these days. A lot of the subscribers I have, so check this out. There is a video on my channel. The only way you would have seen it is if you clicked on my channel and actually watched it. So it only has a couple of thousand views, and I have over that of subscribers. That means those subscribers have never even clicked on my channel. So I think there was a lot of spam or something like that. A lot of fake accounts subscribing. If I could push a button today and all those accounts just go poof, like accounts that's never even watched a video of mine, I mean, I'd do it. I'd probably only have like 800 subscribers, but then it'd be more accurate, in my opinion. Let's take a look at chat real quick and we'll move on to what I was talking about. Y2K Anonymous, hook them up all to a go-kart. Ha! Yeah, man. Dude, that thing was pretty powerful. It has a lot of torque for that little box. It can move some snow. Patrick Glint is Guyan. Okay, Patrick Guyan. All right. Okay, is that better? So it's not Glyn, it's Guyan. Mispronunciation is better. What do you mean mispronunciation is better? Geek of all trades says TekShinji, you are a big YouTuber, great content usual. I agree, but crypto content versus crypto mining content are two different things, my man. Yes, I definitely agree with that. So the mining side and the cryptocurrency content are two different things, yes, but they are mutually they're kind of related. They kind of need each other, and I don't know, it just seemed to me that I was getting kind of, so I was behind the scenes, right? I could kind of talk about this now. There's some large mining companies that I was dealing with that were kind of like not being exactly, so it's as if like I told you to buy this, right? This is the best tape, guys, I've ever used, right? It's really worked well for me. By the way, this is sponsored by Pro Gaffer or whatever, right? This is good gaff tape, actually. I'm not joking. But then I might have some issues with it, right? And then I talk about it. Well, so I talk about these issues, and then the company ghosts me. As in, if I'm not going to say only good things, they go away. Which, I mean, think about that perverse incentive, guys. So even if I don't tell you all good things about this thing, I don't make money. And that's a lot, like, it's a lot of hard work to make YouTube videos, at least the way I do it, because I'm crazy. But that's a really bad incentive. So either I'm not honest with you 100%, like I only say the good things, but I never talk about the bad things, or I, you know, be honest to, at least within my own morals, and then I never get the opportunity to do this again unless I spend my own money, which is kind of the direction I wanted to go anyway. Anyways, yeah, so cryptocurrency content, crypto mining content, the community is great. I loved it, but there was like a lot of people that were contacting me to do bad things, in my opinion, like kind of do one over on my subscriber base and try to get me to push things that I weren't comfortable with. And I just got that constantly, and I wasn't comfortable with it. And on top of that, I knew the bull run wasn't going to last. So I actually officially stopped making cryptocurrency content right before the crash last year in April, like January, not last year, but the year before. No, sorry, last year, January. Yeah, am I getting my time right? Yeah, so 2022, January, when I officially stopped. Every video I made after that was recorded previously. And so I think we let out a 3080 mining rig video or something, and that was it. We didn't make any more content after that. And coincidentally enough, there was a major crash, two major crashes after that. So I mean, I knew it was going to happen. This is just how the world works with that type of stuff. Let's take a look at the chat. Patrick Guyan. Yeah, now that I'm saying it right, Patrick Guyan says the channel I am working on will be based on how economics touch everything, which will tangibly touch crypto too. Yes, economics is a big part of literally everything. Most of the time, it's not a political issue; it's an economics issue, which most people, you got a way to pay for things, right? Techman TY says the problem is the greed. I like technology, and too many people flood into hobbies to get rich. Crypto is not a get rich quick thing. Yes, I agree. It is not. I would say it's more of a get rich passively over time, and not even really passively, because it does take a lot of tinkering and a lot of work, which is what I've discovered. You can't just set something up and forget about it for the next 5 years. You gotta check on it like at least once a month, depending on how you set it up. You gotta at least check in, or at least set up alerts so it tells you when something goes wrong. Definitely a lot of maintenance, more maintenance than not. Anyways, guys, so yeah, regarding the Ego snowblower, so yeah, that gearbox broke, it grenaded, and I got that all fixed, and so I actually have 3 snowblowers right now. So I got a new one I just purchased the few days ago, the same day I submitted for warranty, and that's where I want to get into. The next part is the warranty. So the timeline goes like this: the thing grenaded, exploded, I bought it inside, it was at night, I was tired, so I just called it a night. Next day I gave Ego a call. Within an hour I had an RMA email and everything ready to go with the location of where they repair. Now, I live in a more rural part of New Hampshire, and there's not many repair facilities next to me. In fact, the closest one was an hour away. So within 30 minutes of me calling Ego and explaining them to my problems, I had to register everything, of course, and, sign up and all that. I did that the day before. Within 30 minutes, I got an RMA number and everything, and I was on my way to the repair shop, and I dropped it off there. And I took a look at it. Let me see if I could get the... photo of when I'm picking up the snowblower. So I went to the new place, and here is a picture. Let me see here. Yep, this is it. Here we go. Okay, let me transition. So here's a picture of them loading my new snowblower. They had to take it out of the box because it actually did not fit in my car. This is a picture of them loading the new snowblower up into my car. And you can see it's brand new and all that. It looks really nice. At least the shovel fell off and all that. They took it apart and loaded it into my car, which is very kind of them because it is kind of heavy. I can't really lift it myself. I'm not Macho Man or whatever. And I bought it back to my house. And... so when I bought it back to my house, it was actually kind of rough. Here, let me find the video. Let me see if I can find that video.
Replacement snowball.
It was really rough getting it there and bringing it back. Maybe that video never got uploaded.
Way. I'm gonna take this here door.
Let me see here.
I did take the batteries out.
Oh, looks like I never uploaded the video completely. This is close enough to what I want to show anyway.
First time, I only used it a few times.
So I'm gonna put my headphones on so you can hear.
I bolted it. I took off the 4 bolts, the one holding up the chute.
All right, so this is when I
controls.
disassembled it.
Controls this way and laid the chute across this way.
And the reason.
Yes, I did take the batteries out for those of you that are wondering.
So you see that door right there? That door is actually leaned up against the back of my car. And I guess I don't show it in this video.
Time so far.
But
controls?
Yeah. So it's leaned up against the back of my car, and that was the only way I could load this thing onto it. It was just too heavy. I couldn't lift it myself and get it into my car. You might go, well, Shinji, just put the batteries in and turn it on and go. Yes, I could, but that would be not ideal if something goes wrong and I only had really one shot. I didn't want to drop this thing or damage it more. All right, let me take a look at chat real quick, and we'll move on to the part about the batteries. And my kind of miniature review of it now that I've been using it for about 3 months. Let's see. Okay, we got nothing on the chat at the moment, so we'll just go right on into the part about my experience. So, yeah, it's been working great other than that gearbox issue that I go get repaired. So, for reference, on 2 sets of batteries, I was able to do about roughly 30 or 40 minutes of snow clearing, but let me explain what type of snow it was. So, on if we were to make this an easy, understandable thing, imagine a path that's paved, like an asphalt paved road that is 6 feet wide, 50 feet long, and the whole thing is covered with a varying amount of 1 to 3 feet of snow. So I was able to do that in about 2 hours, and I needed to go through 3 sets of batteries for that. So a total of 6 batteries, and that roughly equates to about 6 kilowatts of energy. And let me just do a quick calculation. So that 6 times roughly equates to about half a gallon of gas, roughly. So be about at current pricing, say about $2 of gas or something like that, regarding price of electricity. So it cost me about $2 in electricity to do over a foot, almost 3 feet of snow in some spots on that large patch of snow covering. Now remember, I'm not just plowing it or pushing it. I am literally picking it up and throwing it somewhere else. So it takes a lot of energy. And it worked very well. I had no problems. It does have like an over torque safety feature where it just stops. But it worked very well, and I really didn't have too many issues with that. It was pretty good. Let's take a look. You ever watch the movie Short Circuit? Yes, of course. Is that what Johnny 5 is alive? Yeah. Of course I've watched it. I mean, it came out before my time, but I did watch it as a child, and I only remember so much of it because they had a couple of them, right? Like Johnny 5, so what? They were making these robot things at DARPA or something, then lightning struck, and then Johnny 5 got rewired or something, so he became like sentient, and then he took off like a little kid. I don't really know. Because I just remember, okay, the only thing about that movie I remember is this the scene where he's like with some lady, you know, the hot girl of the movie of the time, and some guy comes over in this Mustang or something. He's like a, you know, not a nice person. He's kind of a jerk. So then Johnny 5 goes out and like disassembles his car into all of its components on the ground or something like that. And then later on in the movie, a bug gets run over or crushed, and you know, Johnny's like, "Oh, why don't you just reassemble it?" And they're like, "No, it's dead. You can't. It's gone." And Johnny 5's like, "No, don't disassemble me because I'm alive." And that's about it. That's all I really remember. All the other story arcs I don't remember. But yeah, I have watched it, Techman TY. It's a good movie. I quite enjoyed it as a child. I forget what it was all about though. Techman TY says, "Yo mama was a snowblower." Came to mind looking at that machine. What? Is that something they say in the movie? Because I don't recall that. I don't really understand what that means. Is that something they said in the movie Johnny 5? Or I'm sorry, Short Circuit? I'm not aware of it if that is the case. Yeah, I don't know. So the last thing I want to talk about was the batteries and a little bit of concern with them because they're expensive. We'll go into the closing portion of the stream and we'll end it here because that's all I really had to talk about. Oh, I had never turned on the background music. Oh man, that there we go. Okay, now we got some background music. Hopefully now it's a little bit less dead in here. Yeah, so regarding the batteries, so here's a point of concern. The chemistry that these batteries have only has about 800 cycles versus the thousands of cycles that other batteries have. Now, realistically, you're probably never going to hit that. You'll probably do something called calendar aging prior to these batteries ever using up those many cycles. Because, I mean, think about it. 800 cycles, all right? If you use it once a day, it'll last 2 years. Now, with a snowblower or any of this other stuff, you're not gonna be using it once a day. Maybe you're gonna be using a total of what, maybe 100 cycles a year, something like that. Heavy use 200. So these batteries will last for a couple of years, and like I said, calendar aging will probably kill them before you do. They got a lot of safety systems in there to keep them from overheating and stuff. It's kind of annoying, actually. If they get too hot, they just turn off. You know, the BMS, the battery management system inside, is pretty conservative on safety. They're also, I think they're on the 18650 cells or something like that. They're like, you know, they're just a bunch of cells packed in there, and it works very well. They're kind of heavy. They're all okay. They are very expensive for what they are. So a 12 amp hour battery, open box, I was getting them for around $400 each, and they MSRP for $1,200 for 2 of them, $600 a piece. These batteries are not cheap. Versus gasoline, okay, so my snowblower, all said and done, for one of them with 4 batteries, so equivalent runtime of a gasoline one, is roughly around $2,200 for the whole thing. A gasoline one, $2,200 will get you a pretty decent one, but you do got to deal with all the maintenance, gasoline fumes, and all that other stuff. In my personal opinion, it's not really that great of a value. It's not really, but for me, guy like me, trying to go completely combustion free, trying to go completely electric, it works for me. I like it. There's no fumes. You just put the batteries in, push the button, and go, and it's much quieter versus the gasoline one. So I can definitely snowblow like at 12 o'clock at night if I wanted to. I don't really get bothered by the neighbors. Let's take a look at chat real quick. Let's see. Golden Wolf, how you doing, man? LOL. Your mama was a snowblower. Came to mind looking at the machine. That's funny. Patrick Lynn says, Guyan says, I'm looking at getting a battery operated mower this spring, the DeWalt. Long number. Perhaps this thought have you on this. Oh, what thoughts? So, okay, so from my understanding, they're not bad. Here's the biggest problem with the battery thing, with electric lawn equipment and stuff, is that they're all part of an ecosystem. So if you go with one ecosystem, it makes sense to stay in it. So I personally have chosen the ecosystem. Whether that was the best choice or not, nobody knows. But they're pretty popular. They do spend a lot of money on advertising, so that might have been the reason why they got me roped into it. DeWalt has been pretty decent. It's been like a cheaper Makita, cheaper, what's that called? Milwaukee. I like using Milwaukee power tools, like drills and drivers and stuff. But I've never had a problem with DeWalt. They're much cheaper than Milwaukee and all the sort, and I don't think they would have any issues, to be honest. I would do more research on that because I personally have never used one, and I don't know what their history is with their batteries. With my Ego products, I even have the big backpack. It's the 1.5 kilowatt hour battery. It's actually kind of heavy. It weighs like 30 pounds and might have been a mistake. Imagine wearing a 30-pound backpack while you're weed whacking. It lasts all day. It has plenty of power, but it's a little bit overkill for me. Let's see. Patrick Guyan says, yeah, Johnny 5 was insulting another robot. That's great. Techman TY says, while fighting other robot talking smack. Yeah, man, that's funny. Patrick Guyan says, I have more than a dozen DeWalt tools, so already in the ecosystem. Yeah, dude, if you're already part of the ecosystem, then it's kind of a no-brainer. That's the way I would go. I would definitely look up videos and such about it to see if they have any inherent issues or problems. I personally don't know, but yeah, if you're already in the ecosystem, yeah, man, give it a try. I never had a bad experience with their tools. I've actually had bad experiences with Makita tools, but that was back in the day when they were a lot older. I'm assuming things have gotten much better as of this date. I personally use Milwaukee power tools. Milwaukee power tools, Snap-on power tools, Ingersoll Rand power tools, and Ego for the snowblower and lawn equipment. So I have commercial weed whacker, commercial trimmer with the Ego backpack, and I got the Ego snowblower. One second. The Ego snowblower. And I plan on getting an Ego chainsaw for my trees later this spring. Yeah, so since you're already in the ecosystem, man, I'd say it's no brainer. Give it a try. I think it won't be a bad deal because, you know, if it wasn't good, they wouldn't be making it, people wouldn't be buying it. So you should be fine. I'm going to personally go with the Ego mower one day, but I got such a small lawn. My trimmer takes care of like all of it. No problem. Alright guys, so I'm going to go into the ending portion of the stream. If you guys have any questions for me or anything related, just let me know. And if not, we will go ahead and end the stream. While I'm waiting for the live chat to catch up with what I just said, I'm going to talk a little bit about some future videos. So EV short videos, so as an electric vehicle, we got some really awesome content with Andrew from Creating Space. If there is a moderator here, please link in the description. I can't really type at the moment. But yeah, Creating Space has a really nice camera, really nice setup, and he actually came up and helped me film some content about the Bolt EUV, which I did a recent video on regarding its range performance. Wasn't that great, but then again, you're not paying for greatness, you're paying for economy. So it is a very good car regarding its price point, in my opinion. Besides, how often do you have to drive for 4 hours straight with no bathroom break? I know personally, I need a break every 2 hours. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to get out, stretch my legs or something. Call me what you will. That's not something I'm actually very good at. I can't do long stretches of nothingness. All right, guys. So I'm checking the chat. I don't really see any questions or anything. So we'll go into the ending portion here. Remember, guys, we do the same thing every week at the same time. No, we don't. I guess this time was different. Usually it's every Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here on the same channel every week, guys. So thank you to everyone that joined us this week. Remember, guys, usually after this, I usually head up to the Discord and play some games. I've been playing a lot of Warzone lately. So if you guys want to come over and play some games, that'd be awesome. If not, that's cool too. By the way, guys, the Discord link is in the description if this is your first time watching a TekShinji podcast or anything like that, guys. Well, thank you to everyone that joined this week's stream, and we'll see you next week. Same bad time and same bad channel. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.